Hello, my name is Julia Jasnos. I'm a teacher at the piano studio, and I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about singing. Now you might be thinking, I play piano. Why should I learn how to sing? Well, I'm glad you asked. And the first reason is that singing actually enhances our musical ear. As musicians, one of the most important skills that we can build is our listening skill. And this is because when we are able to listen more deeply and with more intention, we better inform our own playing. This is because when we learn how to listen for those intricacies that make music so fantastic, it makes our own playing much more meaningful and much more interesting. Now, you might be thinking, she's talking about listening when she started with talking about singing. How do the two relate? Well, when someone is able to sing something accurately, that is a surefire way to tell that they are also hearing and perceiving it accurately. Why? This is because singing is one of the most natural forms of music. When we sing, there are no buttons to press, there is no bow to move, no strings to strum. It is simply us, our brain, and the music inside of us. Therefore, when you're singing something, it also means that that's exactly what you're hearing and perceiving up in your brain, which is very interesting. Theoretically, you could simply train yourself to do the physical motions of playing the piano or playing another instrument. These physical things are something that technically anyone can learn how to do. But being able to truly hear and understand what you are doing is a whole ability on its own. And being able to sing and hear those things accurately really just shows that the music is inside of you and you've really owned the music that you are performing. Thus, being able to listen deeply, being able to sing what you are hearing is also a pathway to be able to play things by ear, which is something that many people aspire to do. If that's something that you'd like to do, I highly recommend first starting to learn how to sing, how to match your pitches accurately, which I have a game just for that, which we will see in just a little bit. But before we get to the game, let me tell you a few more reasons why singing is an excellent thing to do as a pianist. Number 2 is that singing improves your coordination. As a pianist, you probably will also be singing with things that you play at some point. Whether you want to learn how to play that favorite Billy Joel or Taylor Swift song of yours, or you want to sing happy birthday to someone. At some point, you will probably be singing while playing. Now, a lot of the time, that's easier than it sounds. This is something where you'll have to be physically doing something with your fingers while also mentally processing the music and executing it orally, as I mentioned before. So being able to do both at once is a great way to improve your coordination. And I don't even need to tell you about all the ways in which we use coordination in our daily lives. Just think, driving, walking, writing, the list goes on and on. But we constantly rely on our sense of coordination to be successful in life. So why not get better at it? Sing while you play. Number 3 is that singing broadens your musical perspective. Being able to only experience music in one way, such as playing the piano or playing the guitar, or only singing, kind of leaves you wondering what music is like in other situations. As a pianist, you might not know what music is like for a drummer. As a drummer, you might know what music is like for an oboe player. As an oboe player, you might not know what music is like for a singer. It's always a good thing to be able to experience music in different ways. And as I mentioned in our first point, since singing is one of those things that is most natural to us, our mothers do it for us when we're young. We sing to learn basic skills in elementary school. Why not really learn more about that instrument that we are all born with, that we all inherently have? It's a great thing to be able to experience music through singing because there's no other instrument in which you can so intimately feel the music. When you sing, you truly feel the vibrations of what you are hearing and what you are perceiving of music in your brain. So that is another wonderful reason to learn how to sing. Now, as I mentioned, pitch matching is probably one of the first things you'll need to start with when you start to sing. What do I mean by pitch matching? That means, are you able to sing a note that you hear, sing a note that you hear, sing a note that you hear? So are you able to put your voice right onto a note that you hear? And something fascinating that I've noticed in one of my students this year is that he actually has perfect pitch. So this is something that someone needs to be born with. It's where they can hear any sort of musical frequency, another term for a note or a pitch. They're able to hear that and they can immediately name the letter name of the note that they hear. And I have a student in 7th grade that can do this. I can play any note on the piano for him and he immediately knows what note it is. But he is not yet able to coordinate his voice to match those notes that he so innately knows. And it's so interesting. And it also goes to show that the physical aspect of singing is actually its own skill, even besides that singing is actually its own skill, even separate from listening. We have to learn the physical, mechanics of singing to match our ears. And in that is just all of the benefits of singing. So today I have a game for us to try out, which will help us learn the mechanics of really physically matching our muscles and vocal cords to the notes that we are hearing through our ears and translating in our brains. So let's go on over to our computer and I'll show you this awesome game that can help you improve your pitch matching skills and get you started on your singing journey. Let's go. So this game is called Vocal Match, and it is from thetamusictrainer.com, which is another great website with a bunch of ear training and music theory games. In this game, we will be using solfege syllables, which if you have never heard of solfege syllables, this is essentially a system for singers to use when they're learning how to sing musical scales. And we're going to be using the solfege syllables for just the first three notes of a major scale, which are do, re, and mi. And if you've ever seen The Sound of Music, there is a whole song in that musical dedicated to teaching people about solfege. So if you know nothing about solfege, perhaps pause this video and go watch Do, Re, Mi from The Sound of Music, a very sweet song about solfege. So let's check out how we're going to be using these first three solfege syllables in level 1 of this game. So we're going to go ahead and click play. And I just kind of have it set to alto. I wouldn't worry too much about this. You can play around with it if you'd like, but I suggest just going with that. And then we are brought to this really cool wheel here. Now you'll see if I sing do, do, it's going to say that C is do, which for beginners, a lot of the time, C is do. And then if I sing re, you see the note for D lighting up. Mi, you see the note for E lighting up. Do, re, mi. So this is super cool because it is showing you exactly which note you are singing. And then you can actually even go over to your piano and play these notes. Do, re, mi. So many cool options with this game, and I play it with my students in their lessons as well, just to get their ears working and help out their musical processing skills. So now on to the actual game itself. It's going to play one of these three notes for us, do, re, or mi, and it'll be our task to sing that note and use this meter to gauge how accurately we are singing the note. So let's dive in. I'm going to press the screen here to start. All right, now let's sing this note. Do, and you see I got it right. The block. All right, now here I need to sing re. Re. And you gotta kind of hold it out nice and strong for the microphone to pick it up. Now let me show you what happens if I sing the wrong note. I'm supposed to sing me. Me. Oh no. I'm actually singing do. All right. Me. Oh no. Now I'm singing re. All right. Me. Me. Ah, there it is. We got it. Sometimes you have to kind of do it a few times. Re. There we go. Do. Yay. And then I get some confetti and a little score. And then you can make a free account if you'd like to progress through the different levels and save your scores. I think level 1 and 2 are available if you don't have an account, but to go past level 2, and there's a whole bunch of levels, which is really cool. But to go past level 2, you'll need to have an account, which I believe is free. So yeah, so please head to the link in the description of this video and go try out this game for yourself. Make sure your microphone is on so that it can pick up your singing, and have a great time just testing your ability to sing the notes that your ear is hearing. It'll really show you how accurately are you really hearing the things that you are hearing. Music, other things. What is the accuracy of that? I hope you enjoyed this video about singing and music making, and I hope you can find a way to incorporate it into your musical life. Thanks for watching.